All right, good morning, friends. Today is 18 November 2020, and today's daily reflection, a safety net. Let's go. Well, here we are again. I hope that you guys are doing well and doing safe. And sometimes you really don't feel like your prayer is being heard, and so you stop for a while out of frustration, out of your ego, out of whatever the case is. Let's find out what safety net is all about. Safety net. Occasionally, we are seized with a rebellion so sickening that we simply won't pray. When these things happen, we should not think too ill of ourselves. We should simply resume prayer as soon as we can, doing what we know to be good for us. 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 105. Sometimes I scream, stomp my feet, and turn my back on my higher power. Then my disease tells me that I am a failure, and that if I stay angry, I'll surely get drunk. In those moments of self-will, it's as if I've slipped over a cliff and I'm hanging by one hand. The above passage is my safety net, in that it urges me to try some new behavior, such as being kind and patient with myself. It assures me that my higher power will wait until I am willing once again to risk letting go, to land in the net, and to pray. You know, that could be, or that is like super deep. And for me, the reason is because I'm an alcoholic. I'm an alcoholic in recovery. What does that mean? That means that I have to be wary, and I have to be cautious, and I have to be aware of when my spiritual condition is weak, as well as when my physical condition is weak. If I allow my ego and my self-will to run rampant in my life, and I forget about my higher power, or I turn my back on my higher power because something's not going my way, or life is throwing me lemons, and I'm not sure how to handle it, and I feel like it should be done now, and it's not, I may end up back in the drink. And that's the ugly fact of being an alcoholic, is that you never know what tomorrow is going to bring. However, I know that through prayer and meditation, I don't have to drink today, and I know that my safety net is there. And if I just turn that ego off, and that self-will, and I give it back to my higher power, then I am safe. That is my safety net. What is your safety net? Because we all have moments where we feel weak, and we all have moments where we forget that we are not in charge. You know, sure, you live your life, and you live your life one day at a time in cases, in mine especially. But really, who's in charge? Because life events will happen whether you want them to or not. Getting angry about them, shuts off that connection with my higher power. And I definitely have to rely on the serenity prayer at that time, and I'm gonna put that on the screen right about now. And if I forget and I feel weak, I just rely on the serenity prayer, and that brings me back into my connection with my higher power. Now, I'm not certain how all of you relate to this, so feel free, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a don't like. It doesn't matter, something will help somebody else. And that's what I'm all about, is sharing my experience, strength, and hope, and, in hopes that someone can get something from it. Sometimes I scream, stomp my feet, and turn my back on my higher power. We're not perfect, and it will happen to where, I have a friend, and she probably has gotten I wouldn't even call it luck, but the worst circumstances that life can throw at her. And I understand, her sister died, let's just say a lot of things are going wrong in her life, and she's not comfortable with it, and she's trying to feed her kids and trying to keep her marriage together, trying not to drink, and things just keep happening. You know, I could see how you could not rely on prayer anymore, or think that it's not worth time. You know, it's a waste of time, actually, that I think that she may be feeling. But if you put your faith back into your higher power and deal with the changes as they come, you know, it's not going to be great. It's not going to be awesome like in an instant, but it will get better. And that sounds facetious coming from my end, but that's really what I can offer. And I know right now it may not seem like much, but hopefully if she sees this, she understands that I'm speaking with her and with you guys about, you know, how this safety net actually works. Occasionally we are seized with a rebellion so sickening that we simply won't pray. When these things happen, we should not think too ill of ourselves. We should simply resume prayer as soon as we can, doing what we know to be good for us. It's harsh. It's a harsh reality to know, you know, we beat ourselves up all the time. And me as an alcoholic, I beat myself up for everything. And if you block out your higher power, try not to dwell on that too much, because it's just really going to get worse if you start to funnel back down that downward spiral of negative thoughts, and that alcoholism will creep in and you will surely find yourself drunk again. You know, that's my experience, and I hope that's not going to happen to any of you who are watching this. And if it is, you know, reach out. I got links below, people. I'm one sober to another. I got to go to work, and I care about you guys. So stay safe, stay strong, stay sober. Life's a garden. Dig it. I'll see you in the next one.